I would quite like to get into pigeon racing.
People do this?
Here's how you race a pigeon, right?
You throw it really hard.
You go to the starting line, and
It still
It's
works,
permanently
but it's now
beeping.
incredibly annoying.
loud and awful, yeah.
Can't be real, bro. The guillotine. This is not a hobby.
What the worst hobby is?
What?
Candle making.
Really?
Oh, what's the fucking point? Go down to the store and buy a big candle close to the guillotine, and you kind of have
Oh, my palms are just like...
this is really dangerous.
I should be
What?
honest. Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of like, whoa, I get to see the whole crowd.
That'd be the worst.
Wait,
if it,
that
like,
literally
only
makes no sense.
So
How would this make sense?
What if they just tape the battery to your tongue and then walk away and go?
it does one damage at a time, but eventually...
Oh shit!
What are they talking about, man?
Did the family guy find
I just lost it.
Throwing flashbang.
Yo, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy Frame1 back with another reaction for you guys. And in today's video, we are checking out somebody who we are a huge fan of, somebody who we have checked out a few times on this channel before, just not on this account, I suppose. We were checking out the Internet Historian's second account, which is called Incognito Mode. I'm not exactly sure what the difference is, because I haven't seen any videos from this account before. I've only checked out some of his stuff on Internet Historian channel, so this should be fun. This video came out about 2 days ago, I believe, at the time of recording. This one's called Hobbies. And before we start, just make sure you guys go ahead and support the original channel, which is Incognito Mode. I have the link to the original video down in the description below. But yeah, other than that, let's just jump right into this thing, guys. Let's do this thing. Internet Historian, aka Incognito Mode. Hobbies.
Brought to you by Walled-Off Tanks.
World Off Tanks.
Hobbies. Hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
What are hobbies? Is rock climbing a hobby?
I think so. What the fuck, dude?
All this and more on In the Field.
What? Metal detecting.
Alright, so do you have any hobbies?
I do, actually. I have many.
Really?
Yeah, swindling larger YouTube channels, that's probably the biggest one. But outside of that, I play Dungeons & Dragons every week.
Nerd.
Okay, well...
No, sorry.
I've always wanted to play D&D, dude. I just have no friends to play it with, you know? Unfortunate.
That's my mic was on. Carry on.
Do you just have a big red button that you push to mute?
Nerd.
You want to yell slurs? Tell me about your hobbies.
The older you get, the more maintenances around the house become your hobbies. I do quite a lot of gardening.
Okay, fair. How old is Internet Historian, I wonder? Like, he absolutely could be anywhere from, like, 20 to, like, 60 based on his voice.
I'm not amazing at keeping the plants alive or fruiting, but
I am good at keeping them.
yeah.
I'm so bad at gardening.
Landscaping as well. Like
My flowers
I
always die.
Diggers, and then I smooth out the dirt and such. Otherwise, I watch a lot of YouTube.
So that's interesting because I don't.
Interesting.
I don't know if that
I
makes
watch
me
a ton of
bad
YouTube.
YouTuber or a good one.
What the fuck is going on here? Is this like an interview? Like, is this whole video gonna be him interviewing this dude? Oh, I guess. All right, let's continue. Also, I'm noticing in the camera that I'm still super fucking red from this past weekend. So I apologize if you guys were wondering. It's not the camera. It's not the lighting. I am just burnt to a crisp right now. Besides the point, let's continue.
Because
Oh, I've got my hand in the air. I have the answer to this 1 minute kudos.
am I a good YouTuber or not?
Bad. I want to guess bad YouTuber. Carry on, mini kudos.
Mini
Was it the
kudos?
awful videos or the lack of uploads?
Many
I'd
kudos.
say both, sir.
Well, Timmy, maybe one day you too can put off uploading to your YouTube channel. Something I find interesting, but
I do that all the time.
People who go like, not really cool, like dredging or magnet fishing. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Where you see these videos on YouTube and TikTok, which are probably like fake.
Magnet fishing?
I'm sure they still. You find there just so many. Guns.
Is that a
I
turret?
love that stuff. Watching people panning for gold, people like looking around with metal detectors and stuff. In fact, I was so into that stuff for a while before I had a YouTube channel that I bought a metal detector and I went to his
These are like felons' worst enemies, man, or criminals' worst enemies. These guys are pulling up all the ditched guns that people throw into the lake.
store and I'm like, come on, we're gonna go down to a thing. We're gonna go to a park or something, and we're gonna find a creek, and we're just gonna like metal detect around. As soon as I had the metal detector,
I feel
in my
like
hand,
everybody as a child wanted a metal detector when they first saw one because everyone wanted to find some fucking treasure. You know, the first time you saw the dude with the metal detector on the beach, everybody wanted a metal detector right away. At least I did.
And I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
I just felt embarrassed.
Yeah.
I can't explain it.
The reality set in that you'd have to be the guy going metal detecting.
Yeah, and we went down to like this creek, and on the way there, you'd pass by people and you'd kind of like try to push the metal detector kind of behind their line of sight so they wouldn't see you. And then we got down there and...
Man, I used to do that as a kid, but like when I was like shamefully like bringing a bag of chips downstairs or something like that, I'd always like hide it behind my back, but that's just because I'm a fat ass.
Piece of shit. I didn't have much money at the time, so I just bought like the cheapest one. And so it only made a
That's so
beeping noise
funny.
when there wasn't anything.
That is the worst scenario. It's still
It's
works,
permanently
but it's now
beeping.
incredibly annoying.
Loud and awful, yeah.
Like they do that her story
can't
so
be
bad,
real, bro.
she leaves you and you have to walk home that day.
We didn't find anything except like one bottle cap, and then like on the way back, we're
Oh
like,
my
there's a beach,
God.
all right, fine, I'm gonna try the beach. And
That's
couldn't
what
find
everybody does.
anything. We're making this really loud fucking noise. People are looking at us. And then I went, all right, I'm not finding anything here. Hold on. And I threw $2 into the sand to see if the thing would pick it up. It not only didn't pick it up, but then I lost the $2 in the sand. I lost
What
money.
the fuck? What is this video, bro?
Stupid fucking hobby. And I haven't been metal detecting ever since.
Yeah, that's really fucking funny. Pigeon racing.
I would quite like to get into pigeon racing.
People do this?
I met a guy who bred and raced pigeons,
Okay.
and it is fascinating.
Was it the dude from? Was it
They'll
Lawrence
race these
Fishburne
things
from
over,
John Wick?
You know, like 400 kilometers,
Oh, wow.
and
What?
it'll come like down to the wire.
Yeah.
It is really cool the way they breed these particular pigeons, and like, oh well, you know,
How
this
has
one
nobody
particular
mentioned this to me?
stamina, but this one has a lot of speed.
They have different
Yeah.
The thing
stats?
is, you can keep pigeons basically the same way you keep chickens, but they just sit there and make this noise like,
That's a really good pigeon noise.
oh, thank you. Instead of like,
That was pretty good.
like a chicken does, right? And chickens are awful and they stink, but pigeons
Oh.
are just like, hey, I'm purring like a cat.
I
you
heard
know?
like
I also don't
I
like
thought that was
pigeons.
just kind of like a consensus across all birds. I just heard that birds kind of smelled like shit if you had a pet bird, but maybe it's not the case for all of them.
But I will give you that they are quieter and less smelly than chickens.
Wait, this is a fucking
Possibly
hilarious
less
video.
tasty too, though. But my only issue with something like pigeon racing is because it's, I'm assuming, of somewhat of a niche.
Was there
my only issue
shit
with
on that
something
bird
like
on the
pigeon racing
table?
Is because it's, I'm assuming, of somewhat of a niche sport. I would feel like I'd want like cool video game stats involved. You know, like if I
That's
was
what
gonna
I'm
be breeding
saying.
These little suckers, I'd want to have like a UI where I can be like, here's this guy's speed rating out of 10.
They
Foraging,
do that. They
cooing.
do that.
What the fuck?
They have these little ankle bracelet things, and then they have like a QR code on them, and then
Scan
they
it,
have,
then it
like,
brings
these
you to the
websites
website?
online that take all of their stats
What?
and track them by GPS and do all this stuff. It's like crazy.
That's like
I've literally never heard of this before. It makes sense, but I get why it's like a super niche hobby though, because you kind of have to breed them for fucking years before you could even fly a bird, right? It's like you're playing the long game with this one.
sports stats, but for birds.
That's
And
fucking
you know
jokes.
what? Here's how you race a pigeon, right?
You throw it really hard.
You go to the starting line, and then you let it go, and then you sit in a
throw it
chair,
really
having a few
hard.
drinks, and then someone's gonna call you on the phone in a few
400
hours and tell you
kilometers
that
away.
You won or lost. It's brilliant.
Oh, but the thought of that is really funny.
Yeah, and it's like once you win, then you can put this pigeon out to stud like a bull. This one's the fastest. Well, now it's worth like 100 grand. Come on. And
True.
you put it in a cage with like 200 female pigeons.
And you play romantic pigeon music.
Yeah, exactly. And you know that this is just going to be the greatest moment of this pigeon's life.
Are they
So,
sitting
like,
in like a
I find
hobbyist
pigeons
shop?
suck, and I think something like a hawk or something seems way cooler to breed.
Hawks are pretty cool. Well, hawks are the natural enemy of the pigeon, you see.
Is
So
this
what you're
true?
saying is I should breed hawks and you should breed pigeons.
No,
We'll see
Send
who
them to
wins.
battle.
no, keep yours away from mine. It's not fair. And
Okay.
time. World of Tanks sponsorship.
Classic.
Sandra, have you heard about this new free-to-play MMO with over 160 million players? The best thing about World of Tanks.
I've reacted to an entire fucking video dedicated to World of Tanks on this channel. Go check it out if you guys haven't seen it already. It's the Seth Zintak reaction to World of Tanks or something like that.
It's free, which it is that they're continuously pumping out new content. Like an old drain pipe in the Philippines, there's a constant flow of content into the greater ocean. Did you know you can enjoy World of Tanks on a console or on the mobile phone? All you have to do is call up this number and
I didn't know it was on the
where
phone.
you want to move. Yeah, go 5 yards forward. Fire.
Yeah, that's good.
Did I hit him?
That makes sense. That's
now,
funny.
Sandra, this game is set in the post-apocalypse. All of the animals have gone extinct except for the tank. But then a world war breaks out between them.
Hey, Mohammed, I heard there's
This
only
guy's
one tank
such
in
a
the whole
troll,
game.
bro.
That's not true, Sandra. In fact, there are lots of different classes of tank. You can be a healing tank, you can be a stealth tank, you can even be a druid tank. This is downtown London
you can't.
before any sort of conflict happened. Boy, this really reminds me of a war I can't mention, Sandra. So go to the link below and use the code COMBAT. We'll give you a Cromwell B premium tank.
Whoa.
1,000 credits. 7 days World of Tank premium account time, plus 3 rental premium tanks. By the way, they sent us some promo stuff. And some of
Internet
these are
Historian is fucking great, man. Like, I feel like anybody sponsoring this guy's videos have to know that they're, like, getting their money's worth, right? Like I would love to know what his click-through rate is on his ads compared to, like, the average content creator that gets sponsored. It's gotta be, like, 5 times as much.
ads that have Arnold Schwarzenegger in them and Mila Jokovic and Chuck Norris. I don't know why they sent me this, but it's brilliant. Look at this.
Wait, this is really
Also,
the...
they collaborate with Girls
What?
und Panzer.
Oh, I actually like that one. And same with Valkyria Chronicles. It's a good game. You know, Sandra, I heard
Never
they're
heard of
adding
those.
a dating sim to World of Tanks. Oh, Cromwell Summer. My barrel is all filled with ash and debris. Take this pipe
Oh
cleaner
my god.
and go to town. Sandra, how come you're in that tank right now?
I don't know.
Oh, stop. You're destroying the whole set.
Oh no.
So click on the link in the description below and use code COMBAT to get a whole bunch of stuff. Look at this stuff. And
He just has so much fun with it. The guillotine. This is
I
not
know
a hobby.
What the worst hobby is.
What?
Candle making.
Really?
Oh, what's the fucking point? Go down to the store and buy a big candle for $1, or if you want a scented one, they're everywhere. Like, I don't understand why people are making their own candles. What's the... there's one fun part about candle making, which is that you can dip your hand in the hot wax, and then you've got, like, a claw thing that you can start, you know, peeling away.
It is surprising that isn't some kind of therapeutical thing, because that seems like somewhere like, have you been to the wax dipping?
Yes! Yeah, they got those smoke pots and acupuncture
Yeah,
and shit. Why
acu-
don't
Are they
have
not a
wax
thing?
dipping?
That's the perfect, like...
I'm pretty
that's like-
sure... yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure this exists. I think this is a thing.
Because, you know, it kind of hurts, like a lot of those kind of treatments, you know, acupuncture, massaging, there's like a pain element to them.
Yeah.
But there's also like a satisfaction element to them where afterwards you feel like, and then afterwards your skin would probably...
You kinda,
feel
like,
real,
fight through the pain.
moisturized or something.
Yeah, because you would sweat.
Trains, on the other hand, I could see trains, because trains are like, that's a bit of a novelty.
Yeah,
Like
it's
an
kind
old
of fun.
train's kind of cool to ride on.
That was the first one, like, dick my butt. Okay. I was gonna say trains. I feel like that's a hobby that's kind of fucking pointless. Unless you're, like, a child and you're planning on getting into, like, conducting or engineering specifically for trains, I guess.
There's this park in Melbourne, and it's got, like, this tiny train. And there's a little conductor dude that sits at the front, and he just gives rides, like, all day.
That's awesome.
I was enjoying the hell out of that, and I understood it all of a sudden.
Yeah, just
When you
suddenly
can't
all the-
ride
all the
your
cynicism
trains.
that went into your early videos washes
washes
away.
away.
And that's why you only upload twice a year now.
Yes, no, I'm just too obsessed with trains now. Oh, is that the DC-45? Running on time, I see.
Would you tie a woman to the tracks? Do you reckon that? Do they ever do that? Is that a real thing someone did?
I would presume so. I would presume that's a pretty good way of taking someone out.
That has to be one of the most horrible ways. Like,
That's terrible.
You're going to be mincemeat 100% chance. There's no way you're getting out of that.
Throw that one up, Jamie. Does anyone ever get tied
It turns
to
out
the
while it's
railroad
very
track?
yes or several
When did they start
instances.
using the guillotine? That was around the 1700s, wasn't it? And that's like the same time that the train was around. Why didn't they just use the train?
Well, a bit messier to clean up, I think. You can't just have a train running around.
Arriving at the next
all the time.
station. Yeah,
What's crazy
seriously.
about the guillotine is the last, government-issued guillotining in France happened when the first Star Wars movie was in theaters.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like the 1970s
What?
or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like way later than you'd think.
Yeah.
It just seems like
I
such
actually
a
think about that more
archaic
often than I
form
should,
of
because they say that your brain activity still kicks around for a good,
getting rid of
30
somebody.
seconds afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can totally see that.
Do you reckon you're just like, fuck, Wow, this sucks.
Well, you'd land in the basket, and then you'd be all nauseous, right?
It's definitely the Skyrim clip, right?
Spin and then land upside down, and you'd be like, my face is right up against this.
I think your fight or flight instincts would be going so insane. You wouldn't even be able to have, like, you wouldn't even be able to form like a coherent thought. You would just be freaking the fuck out knowing you're about to get axed, put into Skyrim.
This is terrible.
Yeah, this just sucks.
Yeah.
You know, then you might be a bit bored for a little while, like just waiting to die.
The editing, man.
This is stressing me out like it's something I have
Oh
to do
my
later.
god.
Okay, what would be the worst part about getting guillotined? Because I suppose the blade is quick, at least.
It's the build-up. It's like when you're going up a roller coaster, and it's like you're peeking over the top waiting to go down. Just freaking the fuck out, man.
Before you put your head in it, that you get really close to the guillotine, and you kind of.
Oh, my palms are just like.
It's really dangerous.
I should be.
What?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like when you get too close to it.
Ooh,
like
it's kind of sharp.
Yeah, you get like a tingle in your hand.
Yeah. Oh, I've got it. Right.
Oh my
What
god.
you do is underneath you want to have a bit of a lever, like a seesaw, and then you have the basket there. So the moment it cuts through, your head falls off, it launches your head straight into the air, and then it's kind of like, whoa, I get to see the whole crowd.
That'd be the worst.
Wait, that literally makes no sense.
So
How would this make
it
sense?
Cuts through, your head falls off, it launches.
No, that just still doesn't make sense. It's gonna hit the panel before your head gets in the basket. It's still fucking hilarious.
Into the air, and then it's kind of like, whoa, I get to see the whole crowd.
That'd be the worst if it like only cut through halfway.
Yeah, or it gets stuck, and then they
You have
try
to like pull it up again.
This is like completely the furthest thing from what I was expecting. I don't even know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting like a conversation between him and his buddy. This is great.
Yeah, then that's pulling your neck as well.
And they just kind of like, they just stand above it and just kick the back of your head.
Oh my god.
We're gonna need a couple fellas just to jump up and down on the blade, please. Oh, here's the problem. You tied a bloody knot in the rope. It's caught against the... It's like caught against the wooden beam.
This is very morbid.
Sorry, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, no kidding.
To the guillotine, because you could have them at the very top.
You drop them onto the...
Yeah,
The
Or you
opposite.
have an enormous spring underneath the blade, so everyone has to kind of pull, and then it goes
Slices through.
Yeah, like you're loading. This feels like if like as seen on TV, infomercials invented a guillotine. Like, aren't you sick and tired of that normal guillotine? And they invent this weird double-sided guillotine that can like cut.
It slices, it dices.
It takes out two
and
people at
three
once.
Payments of $39.95 plus postage and the old person tries to drop the blade, but then they just kind of fall over. And
Yeah, they try and pull on the rope, and then they just immediately go and turn to the camera, like holding their wrist. What about one that's like a fan?
You might be
and it's
entitled
like,
for financial
yes, you just
compensation.
keep sliding people through
Just
it.
conveyor belt.
and have them turned into little slices.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Like
quite
julienne
nice.
cuts.
We're essentially describing a deli slicer, but yeah.
Yeah.
Electric chair, that sounds pretty bad, but I feel like it'd be pretty quick.
Okay, so how do we improve it?
They're all pretty humane ways to go, right? I feel like they're all pretty swift and painless. The worst part has to be the build-up, just knowing what you're in for. Surely that's like got to be the worst X amount of hours, days.
Electric chair. I'm thinking what you do is instead of one big shock, just thousands of little shocks.
They just randomly occur all over your body.
Yeah, it's like you're constantly licking a 9-volt battery.
Yeah.
What if they just tape the battery to your tongue and then walk away and go,
It does one damage at a time, but eventually, that's just death by 1,000 cuts, but it's death by 1,000 small shocks.
oh, fuck.
I wonder if
Is
you
that
did
what
just cover
happens?
someone in
Is that what happens? Does the battery just like really slowly shock you? I don't really know the science of what happens with that.
wet 9-volt batteries, like whether you would die from starvation.
Do they leak
or,
battery
like,
acid or
electrical
something?
current.
I think eventually, like, your muscles must just give out.
But it's like the muscles, it'll be your heart or brain that like gives
Yeah,
up.
yeah, your heart would give out. Yeah, that would be it. Yeah. You'd just get overexerted.
True.
Yeah, okay, hold on. What if electrical chair, but there's a phone to play Family Guy on it while you die?
What?
What if like Oh shit.
What are they talking about, man?
Did that the Family Guy find
I just
flashbang?
lost it.
It just wiped your brain like a Men in Black clicker.
The editing is so good, man.
Okay, imagine a Men in Black if instead you didn't see anything. And
Yeah, you got hit by the
Family Guy Funny
flashbang.
Moments compilation.
Yo, this has been happening to me a lot lately, man. I don't know what's going on with my brain lately, but I feel like, you know what? I don't even want to get into it. Forget it.
One of those things that
Is this a
I got
hobby?
interested
Are we
in
talking about hobbies? What are we talking about at this point in this video? We're talking about shucking
for
oysters.
quite a while was oysters.
Oysters.
Yeah.
Like going
Yeah, I just thought they were really
fishing
interesting.
or...
You went on oysters.com.
I don't know what that is. It won't be good though. And I went to this
What is
oyster
that?
tour in Tasmania, and they were just telling me about all these like really interesting things about oysters. So yeah, we used to have these piles and piles of shells. We would burn them and turn them into lime. Oh, really? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, so anyway,
Into
most
limestone.
oysters are about 7 years old, and here's how they mate.
Let me get some of that
Interesting.
oyster. See. Yeah. I think it's a clam, not an oyster, but there's a picture where like they put a bunch of salt in front of a clam and its the big gross tongue like flops out and licks up all the
Oh,
salt.
I think I've seen that
Ugh.
video.
Have you seen that?
I've definitely seen that video.
Find
It's
that.
pretty
It is
creepy.
interesting.
Pull that one up, Jamie. It's doing it.
Yeah,
that
I've
fucked
seen
up?
this before.
Yeah, they're pretty awful.
I just wanna
Ew,
fucking slam
man.
my fist down on it when its tongue's out.
Oh, I don't
You
even
reckon
want
it
to
pulls
touch
its
it.
tongue out and goes, ooh, salty.
It's like a... Oh
Yeah,
my
that's because
god,
if it
man.
hated salt, but then like it also has to use its tongue as its like primary means of transportation.
I don't know what, it
has to,
reminds me
put
of like
its
a
tongue
mimic, man.
in the salt to get away from the
Reminds
salt.
me of like a
It's kinda
mimic
it's
chest from
salt
like
trap
Elden
almost.
Ring.
Yes, why hasn't anyone done Saw but for animals? Yes. You're always poking your tongue out at people. Well, no. Now there's salt around.
I hate it, man.
Stuff.
What if there was a Saw movie where he just did it to like innocuous animals? No one gave a shit about like clams and like deep sea anglerfish.
You're always just swimming around in the dark. Now you're sellotaped to a 800-watt light bulb. He's having like a mussel and clam stew, but he throws them all in a pot and then turns the water on to boil. And he goes, here I have set up a trap. You must escape before the water boils. But he always intended just to have a stew.
Yeah, exactly. He just watches as they boil because they're fucking like, clams. They can't do anything.
Now comes the warm butter.
I'm so fucking lost. I zoned out for like 10 seconds thinking about which game I was actually thinking of with the mimic in it, because I don't think it was Elden Ring. Which fucking game was it recently that I've played that had mimic chess? I gotta look this up. The first one that comes to mind is like Dark Cloud, I want to say. Oh, you know what game I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of fucking Terraria. Wait, there are mimic chests in Dark Souls as well. Maybe there are the ones in Elden Ring. I just don't remember. Fuck.
Fresh cream, which will.
All right, let me try to zone back in. What are we? What's going on right now? Why?
What's an
Where are they
animal you'd
sit?
like to see in a Saw trap?
Sometimes I see those.
Oh, they're talking about
birds
putting
that are
animals
like-
in a
they're usually
saw-type
water
trap.
birds, and they've got these very long, slender legs. I just think, God,
you-
that would be satisfying just to walk over and be like, snap that.
Oh, that's terrible. That's fucking
You know what I mean?
terrible,
I
man.
don't actually want to hurt it, but
Like a breadstick.
yeah, it's kind of like,
fucking
and
awful.
I'm not going to, but it's kind of like.
But like,
you know, when your mate
imagine.
is showing off a brand new pencil.
Oh yeah, and you just.
And he's
You
like,
wanna
"Oh,
walk
look at
over
this
and
thing.
snap
I
it."
Sharpened it perfectly. And you just want to reach over and snap it. In my head, all this stuff is absolutely.
He's psycho.
hilarious.
He's
In real life,
psychotic.
one time there was this mouse that got caught in a mouse
And
trap.
it's
in our
terrible,
place,
man.
And I couldn't do it. I couldn't finish him, so I had to let him go free in the park.
Yeah, I couldn't. bring
I would
myself
do
to
this.
that
I
either.
would, yeah.
I feel like my
I'm the
problem
same
with
way.
Saw is, or just any horror movie really.
Honestly, I'm actually getting to the point where I feel bad killing spiders. Because I see them, they see me, and then they start trying to like run away from me, and then I'm the fucking bad guy now. It's like, well, you came into my place first. You were originally the bad guy. I was coming to take you out, and then the roles reversed midway through the exchange.
Really, which is another hobby a lot of people seem to love that I just don't understand.
Horror
People never
movies?
deserve it.
No.
Which
Wait,
the
wait,
hobby
sorry.
don't do that either. I feel like my problem with Saw is, or just any horror movie really, which is another hobby a lot of people seem to love.
Yeah,
that
I don't get horror
understand.
movies, bro. I don't get why you'd want to induce the feeling of like being fucking scared. Why do I want to feel that? Or don't you want to feel good emotions?
I never deserve it.
I don't get it.
Which I guess is kind of the point, but when it's like, oh, just some teacher who didn't like appreciate their family enough or something, it's like this person doesn't deserve to have their like face cut in half.
Yeah, no, that's a sort of lesson that you would learn over the course of a lifetime.
I think maybe I
to,
was just
like,
traumatized
appreciate
from a
your
young
family.
age, though. My sister put on The Grudge when I was like 5 years old, and I have the attic thing in my fucking bedroom, and like I couldn't sleep for 2 years. I couldn't sleep till I was 8 at least.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that one's gonna work itself out.
You've just given them PTSD. You haven't solved anything.
Dungeons and Dragons, man, that's one I want to play.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, interesting. When was this?
Seems fun.
Was invited.
Closest I've got was playing fucking Divinity, bro. Original Sin.
Do some D&D stuff back in my university days.
Okay.
I showed up on a Saturday. It was about 1 in the afternoon, and we were there
Who are these
until
guys?
about 7 o'clock, and we had to call it quits at 7 o'clock because the host's mum was coming home then. In that 6 hours, I think we managed to play for about an hour.
The
and
rest
then
was
the
like
other 3
talking
hours
about
was
setup
spent
and
setting up the
instructions, I
game,
guess.
and the other 2 arguing about the rules.
Yeah, it's
So you had the authentic experience, is what you're saying?
I am amazed that anyone gets to do more than about 15 minutes of gaming per 4-hour session.
Yeah.
D&D story, you ever kill a man?
I remember one time I went to a card store to buy.
I've
some
heard that
cards.
like there's certain versions of D&D, as far as I'm aware. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And I've heard that some of the more modern versions, I want to say, are a little bit more streamlined. So maybe if I'm gonna play D&D, if any of my friends or any people want to play D&D with me, I'll probably try the more streamlined version.
And they were having like their weekly D&D night where like a whole bunch of different tables were all set up for people to play D&D.
Yeah.
And there's a guy sitting at one of them who had head to toe full Deadpool merch on.
Oh.
He had a Deadpool hat,
Okay.
he had a Deadpool jumper on. The jeans,
Nice.
I believe.
So he's
probably just
dripped
regular
out is what you're
jeans, but
saying.
They were black to fit with the color scheme. And then he had red and black sneakers, which I don't know if they were Deadpool branded, but they were definitely.
But they matched the fit, for
continuing
sure.
The color scheme.
You know what? Maybe it was like a bad coincidence. Like, maybe these are all the things he doesn't usually wear.
And everything else was in the
Okay,
wash.
this happened to me
So
once,
this
right?
is why does he have
Somehow,
full
when I was
Deadpool
like
merch?
11, I think my mum had bought me a camouflage shirt and
Yeah.
camouflage
boy.
shorts. And so, like my dad, right, he kind of wanted me to be a bit of a snob for some reason when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
So he used to take me to the driving range all the time. And I remember looking in my closet and going, oh, I don't have anything except this camouflage shirt and these camouflage shorts that I never wear. And so I just had to wear both of those. And so I
Oh
looked
my
like I
God.
was going to the military at age 11. And I remember distinctly, like, we were waiting
Getting
to
a
go
lot of
in,
looks.
And there's these 2 absolute strangers who walk by in the other direction and they
God.
salute. And I just died. That's probably what happened to this dude.
Tasmania.
I think
this
I
is
would
not
like
a hobby.
to retire to a small town in Tasmania called Launceston.
Okay.
Okay.
And one of the reasons is I was there and I was walking around downtown and
Internet historian is Australian, right? From what I'm gathering, from his accent, I think. And Tasmania is like right next door to Australia, if I'm not mistaken. I think I remember that from playing GeoGuessr. So yeah, that'd be a pretty cool place to retire. I've always wanted to visit Australia and New Zealand, and actually, I would love to live down there because, well, one, I love Lord of the Rings, and two, it looks beautiful like all year round. Like it's so picturesque down there. Only issue is I've heard that their internet is ass. So if maybe I get Starlink and I can make it happen.
it's like a Warhammer store. So I went in and I bought a book, which I never read. And then I
Talon.
went back out and then I walked 2 stores down and then all of a sudden another comic book store.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's brilliant. There's like 2 of these in a very small town. And then I walked around the corner of
There
the
was
block,
not another.
and there was like one of those war games stores right there. It was all within like 100-yard radius. It was brilliant.
I'd love to find like a real
this is in a
nerdy
small town,
where you're
man.
Just like, yeah, we're really nerdy, so what?
Yeah, we don't reproduce.
We just make a commune. In the
Yeah, we
highlands
don't
of
reproduce.
Tasmania, and we just ship in Warhammer and D&D.
Absolutely. And then we set up like a cross between an
PC
internet
bang.
cafe and a deli. But we only let our friends in, and then everybody gets free delegates, right? And then eventually one of us becomes the mayor. I actually Googled once the current
Mayor of
Launceston. and I thought,
Launceston.
You know what? I could at least take this guy in a fight.
Yeah,
Easy.
which is how they settled the mayorship in Tasmania.
Yeah, that's right. You stand in the middle of the triangle that intersects the 3 war game stores.
And you have the ultimate war
Like
game.
D&D. Oh
I've
my
never
god.
fucking understood Yu-Gi-Oh! Because half my friends play it, but like you look at one of those cards and it is just a novel, man. It is like
I have only ever seen the show. And
Yeah.
that thing.
I
does
used to
not
own
seem to
cards
have
as a
any-
kid. I actually got in trouble because I fucking made this kid trade me one of the best cards. I forget what it was. Who was the bad guy in the original series? It was like, was it Kaiba, I want to say? Shit, I don't remember the characters, but I want to say it was like Kaiba or something like that. And yeah, I pretty much traded some dog shit cards for the guy's best card. And then his mom called my mom after school, and then I had to trade it back. It's fucking pussy.
rules at all.
Fuck
yeah,
you,
those
Nicholas.
motherfuckers just making shit up on the fly.
You can't use 2 beast cards in one deck without sacrificing at least a
I summoned
spirit
Pot of
card.
Greed.
Who? When did that happen? And then
What the-
Yu-Gi-Oh! Immediately does it anyway without sacrificing the spirit card. And then he looks like, oh no, Yugi, you've lost all your life points. But then he's like, hold on a minute, I've got the heart of the cards. What does that mean? And then all of a sudden his poor life points come
Oh wait,
back.
yeah, that's Kaiba.
Did you ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh?
I did. I was obsessed
I
with
don't
it
think
as a
that was
kid,
the bad
but
guy
you're
then.
Right, it has such little bearing on the actual game. I like to imagine the card designers just saw every episode come out and they're just like,
They're just
fuck,
pissed.
how are we going to keep up with
They just gotta retcon all the cards.
Buy the decks being like, I want to do Yuki's cool move. where
Blue
he-"
Eyes White Dragon, please.
I remember as a kid looking up the cards and the descriptions are completely different to the show and being really disappointed. I also think some kid stole my cards. I'm not sure.
Oh,
I know who it was.
That was me.
It was that goddamn Kaiba.
That goddamn Kaiba that came to
That
rural New
goddamn
Zealand and
Kaiba.
stole my deck that was probably worth $20 maximum.
He held your grandfather to ransom.
yo, these cards are actually expensive.
He wanted your
'Cause you-
Dark Wizard card.
Yo, this
I
is the
think
original
we-
gotcha games. You just keep buying fucking packs and booster packs, hoping that you get the good cards. Holy shit.
Yugi has the... I don't know if his name is Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Yugi.
I think
His
it's
name's
Yugi.
Yugi, and
Yeah.
then when he turns into the version of him that's trapped in the Millennium Puzzle, he's Yami Yugi.
Yama
That's
Yugi.
the Millennium Puzzle.
What happened with the...
Millennium Eye, Yug.
That's right.
And what about like the Toon... Remember the guy had the Toon book and then you had to fight in Toontown?
Either he can like see under Yugi's clothes with it or something.
His facial expression would just change when he goes between the two. He had the most bizarre hair.
Yeah,
of
what
any
is his
anime
hair,
character
actually?
I've ever seen. It was like, what is even
He's got
happening?
blonde
Yeah,
streaks.
Like 3 different colors, and it's almost a pyramid.
He's
At
got an
least, like, most
outline.
anime characters here, it's like stupid, but you're like, okay, theoretically with enough hair gel, you could make that happen. Like
Yeah,
clouds here
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Like, that's
For
just a
sure. It's
blonde
just
guy
like,
with
there's no way anybody would put this effort in every day. But yeah, I
spiky,
agree.
Like, shaped hair. And then Joey's just from Brooklyn for some reason, even though it's like set in Japan.
you, see, yeah.
Yeah, see here, see?
Didn't it? Wait, wasn't this in a video?
Yeah, I also did a video.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yu-Gi-Oh's
Yeah.
many
Which
Which you can
scandals.
click on the top right
Yeah,
corner.
that sounds interesting.
Don't click on that.
Don't watch that guy's vids. I need to check out more of these guys' content. These guys are fucking hilarious.
Listen up, Mini Kudas. I've got your granddad. I'm gonna expose him to my gamma radiation card.
I'm gonna play a mountain and tap it and cast lightning bolt on
In
you.
defense
Are you
mode.
turning Egyptian right now?
You've already done this joke before. Don't make me do blackface.
You're just in denial, Mini Kudas.
Man, you need to start finding someone else to do these.
All right, thanks for being on. I'll catch you later.
Oh, well, we'll see you at well, we got D&D tonight, and then you see me coming up for Magic tomorrow.
My
and
mum's
then
coming home soon. I gotta go.
We've got Yu-Gi-Oh the day after that, and then we're gonna. Be
How old is it in
watching
Astoria,
Thrones the day
man?
after
I would love
that.
to know.
Warhammer, I think, is booked in on Sunday. So
I've got some terrible news.
oh,
This is historian,
oh,
internet historian's wife.
oh, okay. Nice.
He has died. He won't be able to make any of those appointments. Don't contact this number again.
I'm at your
Goodbye.
door looking at you.
Goodbye.
We've been talking.
our privacy.
You guys have been on a video
Talking
chat.
face to face.
time of bereavement.
I'm looking at you.
Goodbye. Do not
Wow.
forget World of
That was so funny. I don't know. I had no idea that was what the format of the video is going to be, but that was hilarious. Damn, I wish I could edit videos like Internet Historian, or I wish I had an editor who could edit my shit like that. It's so good. Yeah, let me know if you guys want me to see, or let me know if you guys want to see me check out more Incognito Mode content. I don't know if all of the content on his channel is kind of in that format, or on this second channel is in that format, but I would love to check out more. The Many Kudos guy also seems really funny, so I mean, if there's any videos from him you guys want me to check out, let me know. Yeah, aside from that though, go check out my Zelda vid if you guys want to see some Tears of the Kingdom gameplay. It's pretty funny. It's pretty fun. You know, I'm a pretty good gamer too, so if you guys want to see some gameplay, please go check it out. I'm trying to make some more gaming content. I've been telling you guys for a while now, so it'd be cool if you guys would support that content. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, either way, thank you guys for coming to check out this video today with me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Drop a comment down below letting me know what other shit you guys want to see me react to, or maybe some games you want to see me play. You know what it is. I'll see you boys in the next one, and drop a sub too. If you guys want to stay up to date with me, my latest vids. I'll catch you guys in the next one though. Peace.